ॐ श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ श्री गुरवे नमः।
ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वम् अस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षीभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं नमामि। ध्याये शिरस्थं गुरुं ध्याये शिरस्थं गुरुं ध्याये शिरस्थं गुरुं।
शुभम शुभम गुरुजी प्रणाम।
गुरुजी।
शुभम
शुभम गुरुजी।
Any questions so far? No questions.
No.
Yogis are getting firm in their understanding. Huh?
वो तो पता नहीं आचार्य जी।
The first 4 sutras have become clear. And if you have no questions, then you are already a yogi. Okay. Or at least you understand yoga. Let us take it that way, right? You understand the concept of yoga, whether you are a yogi or not, but you have understood the concept of yoga.
थोड़ा सा विपर्य और विकल्पा में कंफ्यूजन है आचार्य जी।
I will just take back.
आचार्य जी मुझे भी एक कंफ्यूजन है कि आपने कहा था कि सारे जो विकार हैं, जो वृत्तियां हैं, उन सब में क्लिष्ट और अक्लिष्ट दोनों होता है।
कैसे बोलो?
मैं कह रही थी कि एक कंफ्यूजन था। आपने कहा था कि जो सारे वृत्तियां होती है, 5 वृत्तियां, उनमें क्लिष्ट और अक्लिष्ट दोनों प्रेजेंट होते हैं। तो मुझे विपर्य के कंसर्न में नहीं समझ में आया कि दोनों कैसे होते हैं।
Okay. Viparya is, see, first is pramana. Pramana means direct experience. आँखों देखी कानों सुनी. Okay. Direct experience using your senses is pramana. And let me tell you, all the so-called confusion is in this only. All the fight is in this only. You never have any kind of fight in anything else than this. You can't fight over your imagination with somebody. But I'm imagining this and you should also imagine this. Okay? Or I saw this dream and why you did not see that dream. Okay? Understood? Or I can see snake in the rope. Why can't you see it? No fight. The only one where you have all the fights completely on all the 3 counts. But sometimes, if you see, if 2 people are seeing one thing, one person, let's say you have gone with your friend to see a play in the theater. Now both of you observe the same scenarios which are being played out. both of you are getting the same sensory input, auditory inputs, correct? Now there you cannot have a fight on what you saw, but just let's say one scene gone and the curtain dropped. Now when you are trying to imagine, this is called vikalpa. Now you are imagining that will be the outcome. This person is the murderer and the other person disagrees. He says, no, as per my kalpana, which I can project further, this person is the murderer. So vikalpa. See, vikalpa is very useful because all systems, wherever you see creativity, it's only vikalpa which is used. So vikalpa should not be confused with viparya. Okay. And neither it should be confused with anuman. You see, anuman, because it is not direct anuman or direct inference. You are adding your imagination in reaching out to a conclusion after seeing a particular scene, let's say. After watching 90% of some suspense movie, you are imagining in your mind that this will happen, that will happen, and therefore that is the outcome. This is vikalpa. This is not anuman. So understand. So and the confusion cannot be in viparya and vikalpa. The confusion will always be in anuman and vikalpa. That's a difficult pair. Viparya means I see something wrongfully, and because of my inability or because of my preconceived notion, because of my fears, or because of my limitations, I can see something. In a crack in the floor, I can see a snake. Just a crack in the floor, but I can see a snake. So that is called viparya. Okay? That is called viparya. No variety is given there. Only in pramana varieties are given. So pramana are of three types. One, of course, you have understood, pratyaksha. Second, anumana. Third, agama, which is called shabda pramana. In these three, pratyaksha has minimum fight. You don't have differences. What I see and you see. But next, anuman, there is a fight. And then with the shabda, a bigger fight. Because what my words, my book says is right. What your words, your book says is not right. Understand? All the religious fight is about what? Your word versus my word. Understood? So this is clear, I think, Seema. Viparya is seeing something else. Right? And later on it will be defined. Vikalpa means seeing nothing but imagining. By seeing something, if you don't see it as it is called viparya. But if you don't see anything, vastu shunyo, later on it will be defined. Shabdanupati. Shabda jnananupati, vastu shunyo vikalpa. It will be told later on. Right? Which means merely by certain words ringing in your mind, you are creating something, making up something inside, which is called vikalpa. Okay. The material is not there. The sensory input is not there. So that is why even in Shiva Sutra, Swapna, the dream, has also been called vikalpa. Because vastu shunyo, shabda jnananupati. Okay. Because there is no input, but you still see things. And that is why in Shiva Sutra, it is said, swapno vikalpa. There are same things. Right. Here, the vritti of sleep has been defined. Let's see. The Patanjali has not described dream as a vritti here. So, vritti, that means he understands that you can dream even being awake. What is it? When you start imagining things despite their absence of the substance, it is dream only. And now go back to Shiva Sutras. There also you see, we see this. Yes, during the wakefulness also the dream is possible, which we called Jagrat Swapna, or whatever way you want to say it, right? Both correspond to a similar situation, similar band of vritti, mind stuff, or whirlpool, the current. Okay. Any questions now, Jyoti? Your question got answered, or you still have?
आचार्य जी, तो विपर्य में तो फिर क्लिष्ट ही हुआ ना, फिर अक्लिष्ट नहीं हुआ।
No, how come? Klishta, aklisht, you should understand first. I think this I explained in a later class, not in this particular series of talks. I was talking over Kabir, I feel, and there I talked about. Yes, or did I talk about in Saundarya Lahari?
Yeah, it's really last time you did talk a lot about Klishta.
Yeah. So
Yes, you did.
Klishta. So even in this series itself, I did talk about Klishta, but maybe it is not clear. Let me try again for Jyoti. Viparya means something which is not there, but you still perceive it, let's say. Okay. Let me tell you the same thing. Klishta, aklishta I talked about. Some event, any event. Let's say even something which does not exist and comes to your wrong understanding. Wrongly you understand like that. And that turns your attention inwards, towards yourself. That will be aklishta. See, all the vrittis need to be evaluated on only two grounds. Go back to Sutra, where it is said, vritti sarupya itaratraha. Okay. And then chitta vritti nirodha. Okay. Okay. Which means there are only two types of vritti, vritti nirodha or vritti sarupya. Okay. There are only two types of vrittis, not five. Vritti sarupya and vritti nirodha. Vritti nirodha means vidya. That means your attention is towards yourself. Vritti sarupya means your attention is away from you, on the world. Right? So when vritti sarupya happens, you are not chaitanyam. You are driven by your prakriti. Or in this philosophy, you will say, I am driven by the chitta vrittis. And the chitta vrittis are doing only one disservice. They are taking me away from my Atman, which is chaitanyam. Right? Which can be only seen when I don't follow the vrittis, or vrittis don't drag me outside. If you don't understand in his first attempt, which is Shambhavopaya here, Abhyasa Vairagya. Okay? Abhyasa Vairagya is Patanjali's Shambhavopaya. You have it, you get it. If you don't have it, then he will get into all the detailing, which will maybe you can put it in the second grade efforts. Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, Chaurya, Brahmacharya. So many. If you don't understand, if you are not loaded with Vairagya and Abhyas, did I not tell you the first qualification to attend and gain wisdom, self-realization through yoga, the first qualification is that you should be 100% frustrated with the life. Did I not tell you? Which means what? Vairagya. When you are in such a mind frame, when you are in such a mind state of mind, then abhyas becomes easy. So you must be frustrated. And I want each one of you to get frustrated, so much so that you lose interest in life. But till the time interest remains, nothing works. Shambhavopaya, Shaktopaya, Anopaya, nothing works, you see. You'll say, Tusi try karo, hai na? Lord Shiva fails, then I say, Patanjali Maharshi, Tusi try karo. So you will try and dispose of many masters. किस खेत का मूल्य है पतंजलि? हमने तो भगवान शिव को निपटा दिया. Is it not? Look at it, and I think you'll understand. So we did talk about pramana. Pramana, 3 types. Okay, any confusion now? Any confusion now? So klishta, aklishta, simply you need to understand. If this vritti makes me turn my attention towards myself, aklishta. If this vritti, the way I perceive it, it takes me away from myself, klishta. Okay, now let me tell you one more thing which you don't understand. First, you will create in every vritti, through the application of your intellect or your own discrimination, you will create a situation of what? A klishta situation, right? Any vritti has to become from klishta to aklishta, right? Then there will be another level. When you'll say even these aklishta vrittis also need to go. That is what chitta vritti nirodha is. Understood or not? Understood or not? If I say, I have become eager to leave your home, let's say, I am staying in your home, and I say, I'm eager to leave your home. At one point in time, I was very much interested in living in your place because you were serving me good food. And all the people in your home were treating me with proper respect, love. Now, after 2 months of my stay, I have become eager to leave this place. Okay, that means now I want to go home. Okay, is it not? Now what does it mean? And if I don't leave, I continue to intend that, yeah, I want to leave, I want to leave, I want to leave. Now what has happened? Earlier, I was away from my home, staying in your place. So it was klishta, because my whole desire to stay in your place and enjoy the 5-course meals with a 5-star luxury stay was taking me away from home. So this was klishta vritti. Now being there, I have somehow recognized, maybe because of your unfair behavior with me or anything, maybe just I have recognized that no, this is not my place, I should not stay here. Okay, and therefore I want to go back. Now, even after doing that, if I continue to stay there in your house, having all the intent of going back home, have I come back home? No. Which means converting a klishta vritti to aklishta vritti is no solution. You have to drop both the vrittis and be home. That's the solution. You know, if I say, what are you doing? I'm trying to become enlightened. And somebody says, I'm not trying, I'm trying to become successful in life. See, both are the same because they're still trying, is it not? Trying to become has to be transcended and become enlightened. Leave the place, be home. Klishta is not important. That what means complete a vritti nirodha. Vritti nirodha means now it does not matter whether I desire to stay here or I desire to go back. In both the places, I need to recognize I am home only. Is it not? This is what I just want to tell you. Do you understand what I say? Does it make any sense to you? So klishta, aklishta, Patanjali may give you a long method, but I can just give you shortcuts everywhere. These are the shortcuts, but only if you are ready. Your readiness is 100% frustration from life, no hope. If you still have hope that by changing your house, by changing the size of your car, by changing the height of your asana in your company, by changing the depth of your coffers, you can attain something. Continue. Nothing can change. Patanjali will fail, Shiva Sutras will fail, Brahma Sutras will fail, every sutra will fail. So be 100% frustrated. lose all the hope. Are you ready? Don't be ready. One day God will make you so much frustrated. So much frustrated. Why? Because you have not yet completed your task. You're still thinking that so much is to be done. And God will say, your time up. How much frustration that would be? 100% frustration. But there will be no time left for this Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Understand? This is what we should be fully aware of while understanding Yoga Sutras. Okay. And if you have not developed the Vairagya, Patanjali is going to give you a framework when everybody will treat you as outcast. Later on, you'll see. Only one discipline which he gives, if you catch, you'll become outcast. Everybody will reject you. You will become misfit for the society. And I think you have already guessed what it means. Satya. Satya. Start telling Satya, what is this? Somebody comes, kya soch rahe the? What were you thinking? Tell the Satya. See what happens? Just flat 3-4 days, you'll be kicked out. Vairagya will come. But nobody will take that. So Patanjali is just a myth for you. Why to waste your time? Contour your body, breathe like mad, and do Nadi Shodhan, do this, that. That's okay. That much is fine. Want to know sutras? Want to really go to that direction where Patanjali is indicating? It's tough. Dear friends, it is tough. Yoga is the most tough. I can tell you. Most tough. But it's most direct also. Most direct. Follow it. Mathematics, I can tell you now. Mathematics. 1 + 1 is equal to 2. Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya means you will become in Vairagya. You will be in Vairagya. Try it. If you don't develop it yourself, Patanjali will give you a recipe later. But let's move to understand the theory part of it. Just 5 minutes are left, and I'll just, in 5 minutes, whatever I can say, I'll. Okay? Or would you want me to speak for 10 minutes? And cut down
10
on
minutes,
your
Acharya ji.
10 minutes.
Perfect. All right. Okay. So I have talked about Pratyaksha Anuman Agamaha Pramana. Okay. And all these can fall in. Then I talked about Viparyaya. Now Viparyaya, I told what Patanjali says, Atadrupa Pratishtham Mithya Jnanam Viparyaya. Atadrupa Pratishtham Mithya Jnanam Viparyaya. I think I have explained it, right? Exactly the same thing. Atadrupa Pratishtham means I see a thing which is not the way it is. Okay? Viparyaya is Mithya Jnanam. Mithya means false. Understand now? Exactly the same thing Patanjali has told. Now Vikalpa. The definition wise, you have understood what Vikalpa is. Shabda Jnananupati Vastu Shunyo Vikalpa. Exactly this was the sutra I told. Shabda Jnananupati Vastu Shunyo Vikalpa. Shabda Jnananupati means, now this is equivalent to our Shiva Sutra, Jnanadhishthana Matrika and Jnanam Bandha collectively. Okay. So Jnanadhishthana Matrika and Shabda Jnananupati Vastu Shunyo Vikalpa. Exactly the same thing. Your world is only of words. If I ask somebody, who are you? You say, I am Jyoti. I say, where is Jyoti in you? You can't see. But still you call yourself Jyoti. There is no Jyoti. But then somebody calls say, Mama, Mama. Where is Mama in you? No Mama. It is in the mind. Somebody comes, hey honey. Where is the honey in you? No honey. Or somebody comes, hi, hey friend. Where is the friend in you? No friend. You are the one. How many words? Vastu Shunya. There is nothing like mother, there is nothing like father, there is nothing like sister in you, there is nothing like wife in you, but still you observe it in you. Vastu Shunyo Vikalpa. You are living in an imagination. Are you not? This is imagination. This is Vastu Shunya Vikalpa. And therefore Shiva Sutra also said Jnana Adhisthana Matrika. But Jnana which he is talking is Jnana Bandha. All your bondage is not being a person. Your suffering is of being a wife. Your suffering is being a mother. Your suffering is of being a friend. Your suffering is of being a daughter. But your suffering is not as a person. Look at it. So who suffers? Vastu Shunyo. The one which does not exist. This is Vikalpa. Right? Shabda Jnana Anupati. That means you take out inference from the word. Directly from the word, the imagination comes, an object appears, and that is called Vikalpa. Okay. So those who are new can relate to it. Maybe they should try. If I tell you a word, let's say, have you seen an animal called Hurukba? I say, I don't know. What is this Hurukba? Hurukba is an animal. I don't understand. Right? Why don't understand? Because this word does not ignite any shape in you. Remember, in this world, there are two things which you have probably understood by now. I have nailed it in your head by constant hammering. Shabda Rupa, Nama Rupa, Sansara. Nama Rupi, this engagement with the world. I can tell you, remove the name, the world disappears. Remove the name, the world disappears while you're still awake. Just forget, forcefully, knowingly, just forget and don't label anything with any name. Consciously look at things, look at this scenario, look at this, what is happening. Don't attach any word, name to anything which you see. Okay. Practice. Abhyas. You can do. Try. Don't give any name to anything. Look at this world and simply say, I don't know anything's name. And then start looking at the world. I can tell you, the moment you drop the burden of names around you, it's so liberating. Try it. Look around and suddenly drop the identification. Don't call that thing by name. No name. Which means what? In this world, you have created Shabda Jnana Anupati. Remember, you have created a new reality. That is Vastu Shunya. That reality is not the reality. That's the imagined reality. That is Vikalpa, which is killing you. Look at it. Because only through the words you become this feeling of limitedness. Okay. If I say chocolate, each one of you have different sizes of chocolates in your head. Don't you? The moment I said chocolate, everybody's chocolate is same. It is not. See, I only used word chocolate. Can I just check? Somebody would be thinking chocolate powder on the coffee. Somebody would be thinking some other type of chocolate. Apna, what was your image in the mind when I said chocolate? Quickly.
Yeah, I thought of, I always think of 5-star in my childhood chocolate.
Okay, good. Another chocolate. Yeah, Jyoti, what was your chocolate? Just look at it.
I think it's Kit Kat. My kids love so that.
Kit Kat. You see, her chocolate was Kit Kat. Now another name added, Kit Kat. But chocolate. But anyway. Yeah, Seema, what was your chocolate?
Toblerone.
Low. Then somebody will come, mine was Roche, somebody will say 5-star, somebody will say Amul, somebody will say Mother Dairy. What not? I simply use the word chocolate. And each one of you are transported in a world which you have created inside you. I did not show you any chocolate, by the way. But all of you are engaged in chocolates. And chocolates of your choices. This is what is the problem. As I told, there may be a lot of fight in Pramana, but the real problem is Anuman and Vikalpa. Did I not tell you? The whole problem is with Anuman and Vikalpa. Wrong inferences and substance-less understanding. Okay? These are the two things. Nidra and Smriti, what to talk? As I said, Nidra means absence of everything. Should we just read those sutras quickly? Abhava pratyaya, alambana, vrittihi, nidra. Abhava pratyaya means there is nothing to behold, nothing to rest on. Nothing means there is no adhar, there is absence of all, which is called nidra. Absence of all vrittis is also a vritti when you lose yourself in it. Understand? There is another vritti which is samadhi. That samadhi has been termed as samadhan. But samadhi in itself is not samadhan. Look at it. Samadhi in itself is not going to be samadhan. In Gita, when Krishna talks about the avasthas or vrittis, and we do also talk about those, when we say Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti, then there is Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti, and the Gita uses the word cha. Cha means or, cha means and. But the Vyakaranaacharyas will say Chakarat Samadhi. Cha means Samadhi. So there are not three, but four. And these four are not going to liberate. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Samadhi. Not going to liberate. Gita says so. But anyway, here what we are saying is, when there is nothing is experienced and we fail to recognize even ourselves clearly, though you recognize yourself somewhat, very feeble, and klishta aklishta jyoti ke liye, when you come out of sleep and you have full nourishment, body fresh, mind fresh, you say, I had a good sleep, aklishta. And when you come out and each joint is paining and you still say that you have been lying there on the bed for more than 8 hours, not remembering what existed, but it's a klishta. And then smriti. I will talk about it later because smriti in itself is a very big subject. And we don't know how to deal with it. But you can, only if you have learned to discard what you know. Okay. Acha, when you say, can I discard? Yes, you can. How? You always do. Show me. When do I do? Okay. When you ask a little kid to teach you something which you already know, don't you in that moment become completely childlike, innocent, as if you do not know it, and learn and see and observe what he is doing, how that kid is responding? If you have successfully been able to do it, you already know it. And if you have not been able to, you still continue to observe and remain critical of what is being taught and what is being done, then there's a problem. Right or not? Right or not? So you always have this. If you want to say, I want to forget the name of what is this thing, then you say, Acharya, but I know this is the name of this. How can I forget? How can I forget? You see, try it. You can forget. I can tell you, yogis also do not completely get rid of smriti. That means brainwash ho gaya, nothing they remember. They put it in a bija form, right? All the smriti goes in the bija form. Okay. When bijas means seed, the smritis are there, but they are in the bija form. They have not sprouted. They have not become plants and trees for you, but they are there as a learning. As I told you many a time that you should keep the learning, drop the person related with it, this, that, you should drop. You should keep the learning. That's it. So that learning, that name you remember, but say, Acharya, I know this is tube light. I know this is tree. I know this is computer, laptop. Forget it. And I can tell you, you have got that capacity. You already have that capacity that you can become a learner again. You say, I don't know what it is. Put it back. Put it in the seed form. Become available. Right? Does that happen? Yes. Has my learning ever been challenged? Yes. I'll tell you. And even you, maybe you also have gotten to that kind of a challenge sometime in life. Just one example, and then I'll leave. I used to work on computer, and the computers looked in a particular way. So for me, computer was PC computer, right? You all probably would have gone through that phase. One day, one of my friends took me to a professional photographer, product photographer. I just happened to be with him. And after doing taking a lot of photographs with lighting arrangements, with light meters and this, that, then he sat on a computer. And one of us, maybe there was one more person. So he said, okay, your PC is different. He said, no, it is not PC. It is not PC. It is Mac. Understand? What does it mean? What does it mean? It simply means when you look at the PC, I can tell you every PC, even go back to the PC, go back to the same functionalities you are observing through this PC, that phone, this phone. Look at it. You are not observing at all. A PC, there is no personal computer, there is no computer. This is a specific computer with specific hardware, with a specific graphic card, with a specific gigabyte or gigahertz speed and a specific model number. But the moment you look at it, you say computer. But ask anybody who is ready to dissect this learning of computer. No, don't jump to a conclusion. It is no computer. I need to understand what type of computer it is, how much RAM it has, how many processors it has. So the same computer, you thought you know computer, you don't know computer. Look at it. So the moment you saw something like with a keyboard, with a monitor, you said it's a computer. No, it may be Mac also, by the way. Number one, even if when you say no Mac, only PC, then also it's so many varieties of things inside which make it different. What does it mean? It simply means we do not know, but have a false sense of knowing. Look at it. Which means what? You're always there to learn. You are always keep your learning thing, that I know knowledge thing aside. You don't know, by the way. Like I did not know, or my friend did not know, who said it is PC. He said, no, it is not PC, it is Mac. In the same way, you say, I know this person, but this person is not the same because yesterday he was this different. Now today he is different. Do you know him? Do you know him exactly the way he is? No, you probably have an image of his yesterday's image, which you say, I know, but today he is different. Is it not? So that way, always you see yourself in that state where you know nothing. Everything is new in front of you. When you live in this state, then you can become a learner and say, I don't remember why it is called or what it is called. Maybe it is not tube light. I discard that it is tube light. Then, is it not? Or at least then go further deeper and say, yeah, it is tube light. Yesterday it was tube light. Today it may have become something else. Yeah, yesterday it was tube light. Now this is not a tube light. This is 1 day old tube light. Is it not? Look at it. Looking at tube light, are you able to guess its age? How much age? Is it possible? No. Do you know tube light? No, I don't know. Because But I know this is tube light. No, you do not know its age, by the way, my dear friend. How can you say you know this tube light? So please look at life from a learner's perspective. Discard what you know, then only you will be able to move forward. All right? Move out of your vikalpas. Okay? Vastu Shunya. Because yesterday's tube light was a different object. Today's tube light is a different object, having gone through so many other processes. Yesterday's man was a different man. Today's man is a different man. But since you have assigned a word to that person, today you know only the word, not that person. So you have frozen in your knowledge there. Understand? Understand? Become free. Every system, be it yoga, be it tantra, be it any system, would challenge your worldview. What is the path of growth? If I give you something and you accept it and say, yes, I have gotten it, it is not the path of growth, because then again you are freezing your understanding. Right? Which means what? Being always available, readily open to accept everything, accepting your ignorance. Okay? Not becoming rooted in your so-called false notion of being knowledgeable. Thank you so much. Next time we will discuss further other vrittis. Okay. Sure.
Sure.
Thank you, Sunil. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Gurave Namaha.